I'm sorry, my mic just died. So as I said, I'm gonna try and take it easy, stay in the bunch, and stay in the front. That's what I said last time as well, that I was gonna do that, and I went on the attack anyway 2 times. Luckily, second time was a good one. But in this case, it's a different route. I think I checked it correctly, and it's more of a rolling stage. So definitely worth it to stay in the bunch until the end. It's also a longer one, about 20 kilometers, so yeah. Just gonna try and stay in the front of the bunch. Maybe react to some attacks if I see that they are very dangerous. But on this rolling flats, it's a big possibility that the group will end together. And if not, and I missed it, so be it. But definitely not gonna be the one that does the attacks himself this time. 20 seconds, here we go. I'm nervous. Wish me luck. See you after.
Right on.
And off we go. Starting this Sufferfest Zwift Unlocked Stage 4 short race on Spinfinity. And another pretty slow start to a race. I never know what to expect. Sometimes people just go off from the start, racing their hearts out. And sometimes they just decide to stay together as a group. Just like in this case. Riding up this first incline part of the route. There are only a couple more after this one, so I was expecting an attack here, but no one decided to attack. They were all just kind of watching each other, sitting in. I guess maybe it's still a bit too early. I am starting to think at this point though, that seeing this route and knowing that it's pretty flat, there's no real steep hills in it, there's a big possibility that this group is going to be staying together till the end and then just sprint it out. But for me that's not really an option, given that I'm unable to stand up on my setup. Whenever I put a lot of power down, direct power instantly, my chain tends to skip. I've been looking for a solution, but I can't really find one. Tried everything. But that being said, that means that I should be preparing for an attack, or at least make the race as hard as possible for these guys, just to try and avoid a bunch sprint at the end. And then here we got somewhat of a first attack of the race. I see this Roach guy activating a power boost downhill, a really smart play to be honest, and speeding up, kind of attacking. But then the moment I bridged the gap to him and I thought we were gonna be riding off, he decided to stop pedaling. And as Roach is saying, here comes the harder bit. The only bit in the route where you can actually make a difference and try something. Turning this corner, I see the escalator popping up in the distance, and I'm like, okay, it's time. Let's thin this group out a little bit, or at least make it a little bit harder. So I go for an attack just before the escalator, putting the power down while going up and making the ones behind having to chase, or at least put some power down as well. Getting caught again by the group, but I can see in the back that some riders are having a difficult time keeping up, so it's definitely doing something. Coming up to the only somewhat of a climb on this route. And a little glitch here, Oberly suddenly appearing in front of the group, riding off and then disappearing again. And I do realize this is probably the only part of the route where I can actually place a decent attack, where it will make a difference. The whole group putting some power down right now. Everyone's around 5 watts per kilo. So I'm deciding to use my boost and try and prepare a little bit for an attack. As my boost is running out, I'm going towards the front of the group and I'm deciding to put the power down. Around 500 watts, just over 6 watt per kilo. Going on the attack. Trying to see, hoping that someone will bridge to me, come with me, attack with me, anything. but it's not looking good as the whole group is just going at the same pace. I'm not sure if it's because they can't do better or they don't want to attack for a long time. I'm not sure at this point, but it looks like no one's feeling it. So I'm deciding to save my energy and I let them catch up with me again. Coming up to another little incline here, and Holland deciding it is time for him to go on a sneaky attack off the front, just upping the power and creating a little gap. And I'm like, let's do it different this time. Let's let him ride off and then just bridge instantly to him, hoping that no one will be able to follow a surge like that and we will be gone with two people. And I think Mac is trying to do the same thing, but he's kind of falling short, so I activate my boost and I bridge straight towards Holland, and I'm not even stopping, I'm just going straight over him, hoping that he will follow me and that we will finally be in a breakaway with 2 or 3 people. On the right side of the screen we can see that we're actually putting some seconds into a lot of these riders. Some already on 5-6 seconds. So we're definitely creating a little gap. Let's hope Holland will work with us here. Seems that we managed to break away with about 6 to 7 other riders. Let's see if we can work together. Holland already taking a nice pull. But then there's no one else in this group that's actually willing to work and take a pull, causing the guys behind to actually come back, which is something that should never be possible. If you got a little group that's breaking off and they work together a little bit after a uphill like that, we should have been able to stay away for sure. So really unfortunate that no one wants to work, and most of these guys just want to sit in the draft. I already said this before, you can never see what a person feels like. They could all be like in 180 heart rate, you know, pretty much fully spent, and just not being able to take a turn. But I think it's always nice, for the sake of the group, to stay away, that you at least try to take a little pull. Me and Holland did most of the work on the uphill there, and even after. So a little pull would have been nice by the other guys, and it would have kept us away from the riders that were able to return. The last chance to break away on this route. The last escalator coming up in the distance. 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Off I go. Look at those numbers on the right, going in the orange, all of them, knowing that this is the last place where it can happen, the last moment where they can get dropped or someone can break away. I have a little gap here, 30 meters, and expanding onto 40 meters, hoping that someone will bridge to me. I can see them all working together to close the gap, but I really hope someone is able to bridge to me, seeing that it's all downhill from here to the finish line. It's gonna be impossible for me to stay in front of a chasing group like this. But here comes Holland. He got the message and he jumped straight to me, pulling straight through as it's supposed to be. And I had to activate my boost to actually get into his draft and get onto his speed. I decide to not even benefit from that boost and take a pull straight away, hoping it will motivate him to rotate with me. But of course I'm pretty spent as well, as I've been doing this effort for quite some time, and I'm asking him 2 times to take a pull, but I guess he's done for. So here we are, others coming back. Great efforts by Haydorn in the back, closing the gap on us. A very strong group that we're in. All back together again. After all of that, we end up going towards the finish line in group after all. I'm pretty sure I tried everything at this point. Attacking, upping the pace, counterattacks. I did everything I could on this route to try and break away. But it looks like we're riding towards the finish line with a thinned out group. That for sure, but still a group that will sprint for the win. Coming into the last kilometer of the race, and here I'm thinking, should I place a last minute attack and try and go for the long sprint? But then I was already doing like pretty high watts, the pace was already pretty high, so I didn't think there was a shot for me to get away and I would just get overrun in the end. So I decide to wait for the sprint and just go a little bit early. And Holland catches me perfectly, sees my numbers go in orange and starts to sprint as well. From the front, what a beast. Not being able to stand up, I push as hard as I can from the saddle. But then Linares and Mac, with the sprinting boosts, managed to overtake me just before the line. No podium this time, but we do sprint to fourth, just next to the podium. Holland, Linares, Mac, me, Haydorn, Dahl, Roach and Scappa, our top 8 of today. Route completed. Spinfinity. Another badge to the collection. Power numbers do reflect, I think, who worked and attacked the most. Holland with the highest watts at 332, which is 4.1 watts per kilo. Me in second place at 309 watts, good for 3.9 watts per kilo. Then we got Mac in third place at 284 watts, 3.5 watts per kilo. So a pretty big difference between me and Holland and the rest of the group. The rest is all around, I would say, 3 to 3.5 watts per kilo, while we're more around 4 watts per kilo. So it does reflect who was the most active during the race. Pretty happy with the outcome of this race in the end. I definitely tried and really enjoyed it. If you like this video, please leave a nice like and subscribe. It is motivating for me to see. On that note, I will see you for Zwift Unlocked Stage 5, the last and final stage. Until then, love you. See you. Bye!